Go. Get the record. Yeah, that's fine. All right. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
All praise be to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, because truly his mercy endureth forever. I'm Elder Sean. I got my captain, Kadash. He's going to read for me. You know? And got Captain Shamshuan, our beloved brother, captain of 100. Shamshuan is with us. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
All right. We're going to go through some scriptures tonight. I'm going to read. All right. Let's go through a series of scriptures tonight. Our brother, our captain, Shania Otto, our beloved brother, was supposed to come through tonight, something before him. He's not able to make it at this point. So we're going to go into a topic dealing with Israel and their attire. Okay? Is live? Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. But as always, we start out with the book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 17. Let's open up the word of Yah.
The book of Colossians, chapter 3, and verse 17.
Okay.
And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all in the name of Mashiach Yahushua, giving thanks to the power and the Abba by him.
Right. So everything we do, right, we do in the name of our anointed, in the name of our anointed Savior, giving thanks to our power that's in heaven, Yahweh, and the angels. So let's start out with the book of Isaiah. Give me Isaiah 52. 52 and verse 1.
Isaiah, chapter 52, and verse 1.
Read.
Awake, awake,
Right?
put on thy strength.
Put on your strength, right? Not go to the gym, not go to 24-hour fitness. It's not talking about that. Put on your strength. Your strength is the Most High, Yahweh, and his son, Yahushua, who came and died for us. Your strength is those commandments, those laws. Read.
O Zion,
Or who?
O Zion,
Right? Read. The people. Read.
put on thy beautiful garments.
Put on your beautiful what?
Garments.
Put on your beautiful garments. Read.
O Jerusalem,
Read.
the holy city.
Okay.
For henceforth there shall no more come unto thee the uncircumcised and the unclean.
Right. So you should not come, no more to the Most High being uncircumcised, meaning not in your skin, not in your foreskin, but in your heart. Be no more circumcised and be no more unclean. Meaning what? Keeping the law and the statute commandments. Stop breaking the laws of the Most High. Right? Read on.
Shake thyself from the dust.
Shake yourself from what?
From the dust.
Right. We got to come back, Israel. Put on those beautiful garments. Have our fringes and borders of blue on. Right? Read.
Arise and sit down,
Okay.
O Jerusalem.
Mm-hmm.
Loose thyself from the bands of thy neck, O captive daughter of Zion.
Right. We got to come out of the bands, man. We got to loose ourselves. How are we going to do that? By coming back to our nationality, that we are a Hebrew Israelite. Read.
For thus says the Most High, ye have sold yourselves for naught,
Right.
and ye shall be redeemed without money.
Right. We have sold ourselves. How do we sell ourselves? By breaking the law and statute commandments. Right. We sold ourselves onto who? Onto Satan. Because when we stop keeping the law and statute commandments, when that spirit has gone from us, what happens? Another spirit has to come in. It's the spirit of Satan. Read.
Verse 4. For thus says the Most High Power,
Mm-hmm.
my people went down aforetime into Egypt to sojourn there, and the Assyrian oppressed them without cause.
Right. So drop that. Give me Isaiah. Stay in the book of Isaiah. Give me Isaiah 33 and verse 6. So we got to come back to our laws, our statutes, our commandments, right? We got to come back to the understanding of who we are. That's the biggest issue with Israel, right? Now, a lot of our people have left the Sunday church, and they still come in Israel, some of the men and the women, just all Israel, Still come in with those tight clothes on, you know. You know what I mean? Some women still dress like they, like they go on to Sunday church. You know, you got these high heels on, you know, tight skirt, bend over, skin out, like you in the Sunday church. You about to dance. This is not the will of Yah. When we come into the Word of Yah and we understand who we are, our attire, our spirit, everything is supposed to change. Okay? We're not supposed to be like the way we were before. We got to put away and kill that old man. Some of our men used to wear all tight shirts, all nice and pink with flowers and everything. We can't do that no more. We Israelites now. We're men. We're soldiers of the Most High. We're supposed to dress like men. Read that.
Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6.
Read.
And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of the times.
Right. This shall be the stability of our time. Wisdom and knowledge. We have to get wisdom. Then we can apply the knowledge. Then we can get understanding. The problem with our people is what? We don't desire wisdom. We don't desire. We desire the things of this world. We worry about how much money we can make, so we can put on a nice suit and a tie and go work for Esau. We got to remember that we got to wear our fringes and border blue no matter what. When you're in the supermarket, you're going to do your laundry. You're going to check the mailbox. You wear your fringes and border blue. Because this is the attire that the Most High has given us. Read.
And strength of salvation.
Okay.
The fear of the Most High.
The fear of the Most High is what?
Is his treasure.
Is his who?
Is his treasure.
The fear of God, the fear of the Most High, Yahweh, is his treasure. Because when you fear the Most High, right, you don't fear anything else. The Most High say he don't put fear in the heart of man. So why are you tucking your fringes? Huh? Why are you tucking your fringes? I know a lot of our people, they like to tuck their fringes, right? Give me the Sirach, the first chapter, Ecclesiasticus chapter 1 and verse 1. A lot of our people, man, the only time they wear them fringes and border blue is when the Shabbat come, right? They come, some of the brothers, they come and they greet the men, they stand up, their chest poked out, they give you the Hebrew Creole greeting, right? As soon as the Sabbath is over, they get in their car, they change out, right? You become like Clark Kent, Superman, right? And Superman, what happened? When Superman get ready to change, something go down, what he do? Go into a phone booth, right? Come out of his three-piece suit and put on the Superman attire, right? That's on his chest, red cape. He's gonna save the day. That's how some of these Israelites are. Come Saturday, we go on the camp, see brothers come out of nowhere. Yeah, I'm ready. When the camp is over, it's time to sit down and deal with real issues that Israel have, you don't even see them, right? Read that.
Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, in the Apocrypha.
Right.
Chapter 1 and verse 1.
Read that.
All wisdom.
Some wisdom.
All wisdom.
A little bit of wisdom.
All wisdom.
The Bible says all wisdom does what?
Coming from the Most High.
Comes from where?
The Most High.
Right. So you see Esau know how to split an atom. Esau claimed he gone to the moon, or he traveled space travel. How you think you know that information? How long you think the Most High been doing space travel? You think Esau was the first one flying in space? The Most High created all things. A lot of times, our people give all this credit to Esau. Remember, the Most High he has all the wisdom. All wisdom comes from him. Read.
And is with him forever.
For how long?
Forever.
Jump down to verse 14.
Chapter 1, verse 14.
Read.
To fear the Most High.
To fear the Most High is what?
Is the beginning of wisdom.
And that's what Israel's problem is. The fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom. This is how you get your wisdom, by fearing the Most High. Hold that real quick and give me Proverbs 1 verse 7. We'll go back to that. Book of Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 7.
Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 7.
Right.
The fear of the Most High.
The fear of who?
The Most High.
The fear of the Most High is what?
Is the beginning of knowledge.
Right. We got to fear the Most High because what? It's the beginning of knowledge. Read.
But fools.
For who?
But fools.
For what?
But fools.
You see, a fool is what? Read.
Despise wisdom.
Right.
And instruction.
Right. Fools despise wisdom and instruction. A lot of times, we try to tell our people, hey man, we might tell a brother, brother, we in the truth right now. We Israel. Right? You can't wear that no more. Brother might get, uptight, get up in his feelings. I'm a grown man. I can wear what I want to wear. Right? When you get those spirits on you, right? You lack wisdom. You lack knowledge, understanding, and what? You despise wisdom and instruction. You tell a sister, hey, I don't think that's appropriate for you to wear, to the Shabbat service. She might get in her feelings. I'm grown. I bought it. That's not the will of Yah. We got to be able to take correction. What does Scripture say? Open rebuke is better than secret love. It's better that I open rebuke you than me hide back and be like, damn, sis, and don't say nothing to you. Or whisper among the other Israelites and tell them, yeah, man, that's just going on. Look the way she dressed. The Bible said what? Open rebuke is better than secret love. Sometimes our people need to be rebuked openly in front of everybody. Especially if they're not listening. Because let me tell you something. When you're embarrassed, that's when you stop doing it. Oh, you didn't have to say that in front of everybody. But how many times we told you not to wear that? How many times we another sister come to you and say, hey, sis, I don't think that's appropriate for you to wear. You come to Shabbat service with your back out. Your skirt too high. Your dress too high. When you go to the Baptist church, they don't say nothing. And here, you come in here at LOZ, and you don't have your head covered. Hey, we got a box over here full of head coverings. Why? Because the attire of the Most High is being applied here at LOZ. We should not have a booby alert during the Shabbat service.
Right. That's right.
Nobody should be saying booby alert, booby alert. Your boobs don't need to be out. At no time, whether it be at the Shabbat or it be on your day off. You get off work, you go put on your get 'em girl dress and go to the club and now you dancing. That's not the spirit of Yah. We got to come back to these laws and statute commandments. Go back to the Apocrypha. Go back.
Sirach chapter 1 and verse 14, or Ecclesiasticus chapter 1 and verse 14.
Okay.
To fear the Most High.
To fear the Most High is what?
Is the beginning of wisdom.
It's the beginning of what?
Of wisdom.
The fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom. Read.
And it was created with the faithful in the womb.
Okay.
Keep going?
No. You can hold that and give me Isaiah 29 and 9. We're gonna go back to this wisdom. We're gonna go back to getting this wisdom and applying this knowledge of the Most High, because that's what it's all about. When you have wisdom and knowledge and understanding of the Most High, as women and as men, we will not dress inappropriate at any time. Okay. Now, if you have to go to work, some of our women, we are laboring at jobs where, where there's certain organizations, that does not allow you to wear a skirt or a dress. Will you reach out to our elders and see if you can get a letter, to get you to be able to wear your skirt and your dress, because this is who we are. Read that. Isaiah 29 and verse 9.
29 and 9?
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's what I call 29 9.
29 9?
Yeah.
Isaiah chapter 29 and verse 9.
Read.
Stay yourselves,
Right?
and wonder.
Mm-hmm.
Cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine.
Right?
They stagger, but not with strong drink.
Now we know what wine is. We know what strong drink is. We don't need a breakdown with that. The Most High said what? We are staggered with wine and strong drink. What's that saying? We lack wisdom, understanding. Read.
Verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
For the Most High, verse 10. For the Most High hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep.
Our people are still in the spirit of deep sleep. Even in the truth, we still battle. We got 1 foot in the truth and 1 foot out. We Clark Kent Superman. Read.
And have closed your eyes. The prophets and your rulers, the seers, had he covered.
Okay.
And the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book.
Right.
That is sealed, which men deliver to one that is learned, saying,
What did he say?
Read this,
Right.
I pray thee.
Okay.
And he saith, I cannot,
Right.
for it is sealed.
Okay.
And the book is delivered to him that is not learned, saying, Read this, I pray thee.
Uh-huh.
And he said, I am not learned.
Right.
Verse 13. Wherefore the Most High saith, For as much as this people draw near me with their mouth,
Right.
and with their lips do honor me,
Right.
but we have removed their hearts far from me.
Right. So what happened is that we removed our heart far from the Most High. What's our heart referring to? Our mind. Our mind is not with the Most High. Because why? We still in that sleep. Like if you wake up and you have sleep and somebody say something to you, or maybe you might be talking in your sleep, you wake up and you say something, and everybody, what are you talking about? That's how our people are in the spirit. We in this sleep right now because, we don't know. We may know who we are in these last days. Some of us may be waking up to these, but we still struggling with our attire, the men and the women. This is not about just getting on the women. This is not an attire for women's class. This is Israel. The men and the women are struggling with this thing. The Most High made men and he made women, right?
Sure.
And when we both got together, we did that pleasure that comes with sleep, and then the children came. Right? And these children are evil from their youth. That's what the Bible says. They have to be taught righteousness. They have to be taught how to dress. They have to be taught they need to wear their fringes and go to blue. They have to be shown. You have to wear them. But our people have a spirit of deep sleep. Right? He said, as much as our people honor us with his lips, but our heart is far from us. Right? This morning.
Come.
Read.
We start at the top again.
Okay, right.
Verse 13.
Okay.
29 and 13.
Okay.
Wherefore the Most High said, For as much as these people draw near me with their mouths,
Right.
and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear towards me is taught by the precepts of men.
Right. So the fear towards the Most High is taught by what? The precepts of men. Our men still telling these women how beautiful they are and how much of a queen they are, right? But they dressing like they need to be walking the streets. There's nothing beautiful about a woman dressed like a harlot.
Right.
Beauty, right, is when you see your sister dressed with her head covered, her body covered up, right? All the way down to her feet with fringes and border of blue. Not a booby alert. Not when you see her backside and all out. That is not beautiful. That is what the world calls sexy. That is what the world desires to have. To women to dress like that. When you see a woman dressed like that, that should make you turn your head as a man.
Problems coming.
That should make you turn your head as a man. And one that is in the truth, that's even worse.
Yeah.
Somebody who don't know no better, they're in that deep sleep at the Most High, like we just read. That's one thing. They're in a deep sleep. But somebody in the truth, you see him here on a Shabbat, then you see him in Macy's on Sunday. I'm like, damn, what? Did you really have that on? I almost didn't even recognize you. Hold that real quick. I don't have this on the list, but let me get a precept for that. Give me Mark 7 verse 6. The Mashiach repeated exactly from word for word what Isaiah just said.
Mark chapter 7 and verse 6.
Right.
He answered and said unto them,
Right.
well had Elias the prophet,
Right.
well had Elias prophesied of you, hypocrites.
Who?
Hypocrites.
Right. You become a hypocrite. You come in here, you got your fringes on, then Sunday, you got your spandex on. Right? You got your boobs all out in the mall, you showing everybody, yeah, I'm looking good. Or even some of the men. They come in here with these tight clothes on. Right? Skinny jeans. Right? Earrings everywhere, all over your piercings everywhere. Right? Hair tied up in a bun, looking feminine. The Most High not dealing with a feminine spirit. That effeminate spirit is wicked.
That's right.
Read.
These people honor me with their lips,
Right?
but their heart is far from me.
Okay.
Howbeit, in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men.
Right. Teaching the doctrines, right? A whole bunch of doctrines going out there. The commandments of men. I ain't even gonna go into the doctrines. I'll be here all night just naming them. Right? Some of our people look like this came, and they wearing a shirt so tight, look like this came out of a Black Panther movie. Wakanda Forever. Right? You wearing the garment on, but at least have some fringes on it and let it fit you properly.
Right.
It's got to be wearing the thing all tight. Some of the men wearing like these bright colors, pink. When you have these baby showers, these women be throwing these baby showers, they have the pink color for who?
A girl.
When they say it's a girl going to be born. Then they have the blue saying it's going to be a male. I'm at work. You can drop that out. Go back to the Apocrypha. Give me Sirach 1 and 26. I remember I was at work one day, right? And the guy walked up and he had on a pink shirt, right? So he tells me, so people looking at him, he got on his pink shirt. You know, he got muscles. He wearing the shirt tight too. You know what I mean? You know, he in the gym all the time. So, you know, he bulked up.
Right.
He said, you know, it takes a real man to wear pink. That's what he told me. I said, oh yeah? I didn't know that it was a requirement that a man should wear pink. That he becomes a man when he put on pink. Right. I turned around and looked at him. I said, oh really? That's a bold statement. I said, let me hit you with something. Real men keep the commandments of Yah. Forget about that. Pink is for women.
Right.
You know what I mean? Ah, man, you live in an old way. You know, this, that, and the other. This is the new fashion. This, that. Forget about new fashion. Most High's his way don't change. Forget about that, man. I don't care what fashion they come out with. Esau is pushing this unisex thing. That women could wear things that men wear. And men could wear things that women wear. That's wicked as hell. When you get a chance, pull up that Dwayne Wade with them damn capris on. You know? And some of these other guys, yeah, you gotta put up the TV on that one. Yeah. We gotta show this thing to the world. This spirit is not working. Oh, okay, yes, no? Okay. Right. So some of these guys, they promote this stuff. Will Smith's son, all these, you know, they're wearing this feminine clothes, you know, putting out, you know, all kind of different, or things that our young men could wear. And then they saying, yeah, this is cool, this is right. You know what I mean? This is wicked. You know? Shashuan, read that for me. Sirach 1:26.
The book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha.
Right.
Chapter 1 and verse 26.
Read.
If thou desire wisdom.
If you desire wisdom, read.
Keep the commandments.
Do what?
Keep the commandments.
Wear pink.
Keep the commandments.
A man can wear pink.
Keep the
The
commandments.
Most High said, keep the commandments. Read.
And the Most High shall give her unto thee.
The Most High shall give her unto thee. What's the her? It's talking about wisdom. Read.
For the fear of the Most High is wisdom.
Say that again.
The fear of the Most High is wisdom and instruction.
Right. You got to be able to take instruction. You come up here in LOC and you ain't dressed right. Hey, listen, we're going to tell you that way of dressing is wicked. We're going to tell you in front of everybody, but we'll pull you to the side. Come on, man. You tell me you can't get a shot from the camera of this nonsense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pull up. That Benjamin said, pull up. Right. Find that one with him with the capris on. Where's that? Look at these flower shorts he got on. What in the world he got on here? And a lot of these guys, they say, well, you know, I'm showing the feminine side of me. Man, listen, we ain't dealing with the feminine side.
Right.
The Most High ain't make men to be, feminine. The Most High even separated his language. Okay? Get some more pictures up there. I'm sure there's many more, man. Come on. Let's get some more understanding. Shashuan, drop that. Give me Deuteronomy 22 and verse 5. Give me some more. I know it's more. I know there's more people out there, our people, the nation of Israel. Well, they are among the uncircumcision. That's where we went first. We went to Isaiah 52. No more come to the Most High uncircumcised and unclean. We got to stop doing that. Right? You got more? I know it's more.
I'm gonna go for one.
Oh, yeah, and get that wrong. You got to get that. Yeah, you got to get that foolishness. Read that Deuteronomy 22.
Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5.
Read.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Read again.
Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5.
Right.
The woman.
Who?
The woman.
Talking about you women. Read.
Shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Right. Pull up that chicken man.
Oh,
that wrap. Yeah. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man. What is the Most High talking about? Things that are masculine. You got things, they are clothing that is feminine. You got clothing, that is masculine. Clothing that's made for men. Clothing that's made for women. Okay? So now, a lot of times people say, well, this scripture is not talking about pants. So now, when you look at jeans, right? In the front of the jeans, it has a button and a zipper. Why do you think the big jeans were made for the zipper? Why do you think they put the zipper there for the jeans? Right? It ain't made for the woman. Unless she got something that's going to jump out of it. Unless you got what they call back in the days, it's called a little monkey. Right? Back in the days, it's called a jammy. You pull that zipper down for what? For a man, he stands up to do what? To use the restroom. You pull a zipper down to what? Go use the bathroom. What is a woman pulling out the zipper for? What's she pulling out there? If you got something to pull out, then there's something going on. What you got there? Look at this here. Chef, so I'll read that again.
Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5.
Read.
The woman.
The who?
The woman.
The what?
The woman.
The woman. Read.
Shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
And let me tell you something. There's women out, there's other women, right, that are not gay, not lesbian, who actually think that that's cute, the way she dressed.
Right.
And that's wicked all outdoors, man. Women's supposed to be nice, neat, dainty, sweet, and quiet. Not loud and proud with pants on, sagging, tattoos all over the arm, right? It looked like a man from here. It looked like she got a beard.
We got those coming too for women.
Oh, they got beards coming for women? I'm sure they do. They've been taking all these hormone pills, all kind of stuff.
Oh, no. Usually they gluing it on.
Oh, they glue it on?
Trim it up.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
They got the eyelashes. Why not the beard?
Oh, all right. Well, you know, we are living under Satan's authority at this present time, right? The woman shall not, read that again now.
Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5.
Get kind of top area.
Right. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Right.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Right. So now we're going to go to the man. The man putting on a woman's garment. Let's find out what's going on with that. What's going on with our men wearing the woman's garment? A lot of times people think, it's joking, it's funny. You know what I mean? You see the children at a young age, young little boys running around, right? They run around the house, they put on mommy's shoes. And first see the woman say, "Oh, that's so cute. He run around with mommy's shoes on." The next thing you know, everybody's like, "Oh yeah, that's cute and everything." That's not cute. That's time to pull out the belt and then beat times, as the scriptures say. Right? Look at that. Come on. Where did he get this from? Where did this guy get this from? He gets this from where? Flip Wilson, right? Flip Wilson, right? Who played in the show on TV, right? He played as I think the name was Geraldine. Right? From this point on, the so-called black man was dressing up as a woman. Okay? And made a comedy out of it, right? And then next thing you know, you had a whole bunch of black men dressing up now. RuPaul running around saying not gay, but he dressed up like a woman, right? No real man gonna put on some clothes and then lipstick and makeup, right? And then turn around and say, "Yo, I'm not gay, but I like to dress like a woman." What? I don't know what you are. Something will go on with you because ain't no way in hell as a man you're gonna be dressing up like that. What you gonna say, Chef?
Yeah, Dennis Rodman.
Oh, well, yeah, some people need medication, right? Now, don't take me, I ain't gonna take nothing wrong from, the brother is a good basketball player, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But on his off time, he's really off. Because he drove up one day on a motorcycle with a wedding dress on.
God.
You know what I mean? A lot of people be looking for attention. But what attention that you get, that's very important. Right? So the woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. Read on.
For all that do so,
right,
are an abomination.
See, let me show you the abomination. I got an abomination right here. Okay. Before I show you the abomination, let me show you the transformation before the abomination. So now, this is a well-known person right here. At one time, a TV interview with Bruce Jenner, right? Before he went through the whole thing, right after he did it, this is what he was on. You got that, Kadash?
What is it?
He was on suicide watch, right? Because at this point, he already did it already. There's no backseats. You go and take your jammy, turn it into a whammy, right? Now, here comes the abomination. You would go and then pose for vanity. Now you change your name. You're not Bruce Jenner, you Caitlyn. This is an abomination. This is a wicked, filthy act. If someone did this in the camp of Yahweh's camp, right? Yahweh, we're in the camp. If someone did this during the time of Moses, you'll be made a spectacle, man. You'd probably be set on fire behind something like this. But the stones wouldn't be good enough for you. Fire, burn that spirit right up. Because this is a wicked, filthy act against the Most High. This is not the will of Yah that a man should dress like this. Drop that. Give me 1 Timothy 2, verse 9. We got to come out of the ways of America. America has taught us to be feminine. Actually, also too, I'm gonna blame it on the Sunday church too, also, because most of the people in the church is women. And when the men come in there, right? Rarely the men in there are in there. They normally home on Sunday watching sports. Huh? They're not trying to be up in there hooting, hollering, and jumping around. They try to watch the game, drink some beer. Better you be doing that than be there, because they ain't teaching you nothing. You want to learn a lie? Go to church. You want to learn the truth? Come to LOC. Home of the truth. Read that.
1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 9.
Read.
In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
Right. And likewise, right? In like manner, mannerism is part of adorning yourself. Right? Women adorn themselves in modest apparel, being modest. Kadash, I'm gonna need you in a minute to pull up some modest apparel, when you get a chance, right? Modest apparel, read.
Adorn themselves in modest apparel,
right?
With shamefacedness and sobriety.
Right, shamefacedness, meaning what? That you being, not shameful, not showing all your business. A lot of our women, they have no shame in their game. They'll dress a certain way and then ask another woman, well, what do you think? And another woman was like, girl, you look good. Instead of telling them the truth. The scriptures say, lie not one to another. Why would you tell somebody a lie that they look good and they don't look good? Whether you're a big woman or a small woman, it don't matter. Okay? There are certain things that are not made to fit you, whether you could be small or you could be big. You could be a big woman and be beautiful. There are a lot of big, beautiful women in Israel. Con.
And
there are a lot of small, beautiful women in Israel. Size don't matter. What the Most High want to see is your heart. That you're right with Him. And if you're going to be right with the Most High, then you need to dress yourself accordingly. Read.
Not with broided hair.
Right.
Or gold. Or pearls.
Right. It's not saying you can't wear gold. You don't need to come to service looking like Mr. T. You don't need to come here with all these big chains and everything and shields of David and all this all over you. Have one little chain. Have something on the chain. Have a little shield of David. Maybe a Hebrew sign or something. Women are supposed to wear something elegant. Our men not supposed to come in all that jewelry on. You walk around like Mr. T from the 18. That's not the spirit. Read.
Or costly array.
Right.
Verse 10.
But
which becometh woman becometh woman professing godliness or righteousness.
Right. Professing, the Bible says godliness, meaning what? Professing righteousness. When you see a woman covered up from head to toe, you look at her and say, man, that's just beautiful. Look at them clothing she got on. Look at that garment she got on. Look how long them fringes are. That's what you should be saying. Look how long her fringes are. Look how long her head tie is. Look at that head tie. She tied her hair, with a head covering, beautiful color, pink and orange and yellow, bright colors. Our women are not supposed to be dressed dull and black. Oh, they're not supposed to be fitting, stuff's fitting all tight. You're seeing dimples everywhere. And for the men not supposed to be wearing, they garment all tight up on them. Oh yeah, I want my garment 2 sizes small. I want to be able to show off my pecs. I want to be able to show off my, I want to be able to show off, my arms. I've been in the gym working out. I've been putting in that work in the gym. Yeah, I'm up to bench pressing 450. So now I want my t-shirts 2 sizes smaller because I want to be able to show off my muscles. We're not in the fashion game. The Most High is not into fashion. He don't care about no fashion. What Esau is putting out there, what new clothing line, whether it be, some of these guys, some of these basketball players, they got these clothing line on. Some of them I be seeing they be wearing capris on, Some capris, they make these pants for women. That's an effeminate spirit. The Most High is not dealing with that. The men do it, and then the women co-sign it. Man come in with a tight shirt on, pink shirt, some capris on. Next thing you know, girl, oh yeah, you look cute, man. Yeah. How is that cute? The only thing I see being cute is a baby. When the baby's born, he's giggling, laughing, got no teeth in his mouth, that's cute. You putting on pink, you telling me that a real man, it takes a real man to wear pink. That's wicked as hell. Real men keep the commandments of Yah. Women are supposed to be nice, neat, dainty, sweet, and quiet. That's what the Bible says. Dressed accordingly with modest apparel. You're not supposed to be showing off your assets. Your body belongs to the Most High. And when you find a husband, then you give that body to your husband. That's the will of Yah. Read on.
Verse 11.
Okay.
First Timothy chapter 2 and verse 11.
Read.
Let the women learn in silence.
Let the women learn what?
Learn in silence.
The Most High said, let the women learn in silence. I heard a woman tell me one day that this here right here, Christ died on the cross, so now women can speak. I heard, what verse is that? We in the New Testament.
Right.
Let the women learn where?
In silence.
Read.
With all subjection.
Right.
But I suffer not a woman to teach.
Suffer not a woman to do what?
To teach.
Why they have women pastors? Why are women marrying other women? Because they're not following the instruction of the Most High. Women are supposed to teach other women. Women are supposed to teach the children, according to the Bible. Let's get it. Let's prove it. Real quick. Titus. Give me the book of Titus. Chapter 2, verse 2.
Titus. Chapter
2 and 2.
2.
Okay.
The book of Titus, chapter 2, verse 2.
Verse 2.
Right.
Well, yeah, that's already at the top, yeah.
2. Right.
Verse 2. That the aged men
Right.
be sober.
Do what? Be what?
I'm going to start at verse 1.
Okay.
Titus chapter 2 and verse 1.
Okay.
But I speak thou the things which become sound doctrine.
Right. The Most High says, speak of things, sound doctrine. Read.
That the aged men be sober.
Be what?
Be sober.
Right. You're not supposed to be, drunk all the time. Right. Read.
Grave.
What's grave mean?
Serious.
Serious. Right, you're not supposed to be KevinHart.com. Read.
temperate,
Okay.
sound in faith,
Sound in faith. Read.
in charity,
Okay.
in patience.
Patient, being patient. Read.
Verse 3.
Read.
The aged women likewise,
The aged woman likewise what?
that they be in behavior
Right.
as becoming holiness.
Becoming holiness, meaning what? Righteousness. Being righteous. What is righteousness? Keeping the law and the statute commandments. Read.
Not false accusers,
Not be a false accuser. You're not supposed to be a false accuser. It's a serious thing in Israel. False accusers, right? Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. A false accuser. Now let's talk about the women. A woman turn around and tell you, "Oh, I see you texting. You texting another woman." Excuse me? I was in a store, in the dollar store. I'm in the dollar store picking up some things for $1. The guy's on his phone. His woman yells out loud, "Oh, who are you texting?" I turned around, I had to turn around. I looked at it, it was Esau too. I was smiling too. I'm like, I want to see this, man. What's really gonna go down? Because I know ain't nowhere in hell you gonna ask me who I'm texting. I'm texting who the hell I want to text. I'm a grown man. You don't tell me who to text. You don't ask me no question like that. Who I'm texting? I'm texting who I want to text. I should be asking you, who are you texting? You're the possession. I'm the authority over you. You're not the authority over me. You be asking me who I'm texting. So it's funny. I'm sitting there. I'm getting my stuff. I'm picking up some noodles for the children. They be like, "I'll go pick up some noodles," you know. So I got some noodles for them, and I'm getting some juice for my mom. And like, "Who are you texting? Who are you on the phone with?" "I'm not texting nobody." I'm looking at him like, this thing is about to go down. I'm laughing. You know what I mean? I'm smiling, like looking at her. I'm smiling back at him, and he's serious. "I'm not texting nobody." I'm like, "Did you really answer that?" I would have turned the corner like I ain't even hearing. Who the hell you think you're talking to? Women not supposed to be false accusers. "Oh, I got in the car and the seat was moved back. This is where I usually sit at. Why the seat moved back? Another woman was in there?" "Oh, you smell like you got perfume on you. You was around another woman." You being a false accuser. Cut it out, Israel. Cut it out. You're not supposed to be false accusers. Read.
not giving too much wine.
You're not supposed to be drunk all the time, off of Patron. Or what's women drinking today? I don't know what they're drinking these days. The red Moscato, whatever it is. I don't know. They're drinking a Henny? Oh, they're going hard, huh? Right, you're not supposed to be drunk all the time. Read.
Teachers of good things.
Teachers of what?
Good things.
Women supposed to be teachers of good things. Read.
That they may teach the young women.
Teach the what?
The young women.
Women supposed to teach who?
The young women.
Teach the young women how to do what?
To be sober.
To be what?
To be sober.
Not drinking the Hennessy. Drink.
To love their
To
husbands.
do what?
To love their husbands.
To love their husbands and do what?
To love their children.
So they got to teach the young women how to love their husbands. But how can they do that if you don't have a husband? That's a mystery, right? How can you do that if you don't have a husband? How can you teach your daughter how to love their husband if you don't have one? That's a mystery in our nation, because our nation makes up of what? Husband, wife, and children. And when you look at our women today in 2019, they're single moms. They have 3 and 4 children, right? Where's the father at? He gone in the wind. Who knows why? We don't know why. But at the end of the day, our relationships are not working. When you pull up statistics, 50% of the time when we get married, we ain't divorced.
Right, more than that.
Huh?
I think more than that.
It should be more than that, right? More likely, you see us walking down the aisle, and the girl got on white, he got on a tuxedo. 2 or 3 years later, they're in divorce court.
Right.
Why? Because they don't have the will and the commandments of Yah governing that relationship. That's why. That's the problem. Women don't know their place, and the men don't know his place. This is the condition of our people. And of course, not knowing who you are. That's the biggest issue that we have. We keep calling ourselves African American, Black, Hispanic, all these different things. We're none of these things. We are the children of Israel. Right? Read on.
Verse 5.
Verse 5. Read.
To be discreet.
To be who?
To be discreet.
You think I live in a far, far from being discreet. Very far. You hear them before you even see them. I saw a girl one day on the phone, and I'm like, okay. And I hate this. I'm in the store. I might be purchasing something. They come in the store like this with the phone. On speaker. Yeah, I don't give a damn. Yeah, I don't give later for that. Boop, boop, boop. Every word come out their mouth, they cursing them. Well, it's a phone, right? And I know it has a speaker. You put the speaker on when you can't hold the phone. I mean, you might be doing something, preparing something in the kitchen. You might be helping the children with their homework. You know, you're in the mix of doing something at home and you talking to your friend on the phone, you're having a conversation. Not in the store, purchasing something, you hear the other person going back, yeah, later for that nigga, I don't care. Well, you know, he ain't no good girl. Don't worry about that. You know what I mean? The whole conversation. That's far from being discreet. That's being loud and proud. That's the condition of our people. Because we lack understanding. We lack understanding on who we are. That's the biggest problem in this nation, in the United States, and all 4 corners of the earth. So-called blacks and Hispanics and Native American Indians, we make up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. We don't know who we are. Read on.
Verse 5.
Right?
To be discreet.
Okay.
Chaste.
Right?
Keepers at home.
Keepers at home.
Good.
Obedient
to their own husbands.
What?
Obedient to their own husbands.
Wait a minute. Obedient to your husband? That's a whole nother class right there. That's a whole nother class. This is what the Bible said. I'm not saying these words. These are the words of the Most High. Obedient to your husband. You can't tell your husband, listen, you're not my father. You can't tell me what to do. You can't tell your husband that.
Right.
Because you're not being obedient to your husband. See, a lot of times our people, we see them, they get married, right? And you see the father walk the daughter down the aisle, and he give the daughter over to the husband, soon-to-be husband, right? They don't know what's going on with that.
Right.
They don't know the whole transformation, what's going on. Your father is the authority over you. When he goes to give you away to your husband, now your husband becomes the authority over you. What's a husband? And a lot of people, either men or women, it doesn't matter, can't answer that. What's a husband? A Christ-like covering for the woman. That's how the man's got to be. He's got to have that spirit of a Mashiach Yahweh to be that covering for that woman. It's not that, you know, because he had authority over you, now you have you out there washing the car. All right, I'm your authority. Get out there. We got a flat. Change the damn tire. Right. You know what I mean? And when you take the tire, wash that damn car down. I want wax on it. Right. It's not you're not supposed to abuse your authority. Authority over that woman is to make sure that she be in righteousness, that she don't be in transgression of the law. You see her going off, you correct her. You be that Christ-like covering for her. Read.
That the word of the Most High be not blasphemed.
Right, and you be blaspheming the word of the Most High when you don't be obedient to your husband, when you don't be discreet, when you don't be chaste, keepers at home. You be blaspheming the Most High. This is another class. We're not going to go deep into that. So we're going to drop that and give me Proverbs 7. Give me Proverbs 7. The topic of this class is the attire of men and women. in the nation of Israel. Now, we may talk about people that don't know who they are, the Israelites who don't know who they are, but we're talking mainly to our people who know that they're Israelites. And knowing you're Israelite, you have a requirement. Before you get that, give me the requirement as an Israelite. You know what I want.
10 and 12.
You already know. You already know. Knowing you're Israelite. Knowing you're an Israelite in these last days, you need to know the requirement. If you're an Israelite, and a lot of our people, what kills me, they are from the tribe of Judah, right? You're from the tribe of Judah, so-called African American from the nation of Israel. You got the blood of Christ running through your veins. Our Lord and Savior who went on that cross, a dark-skinned man with woolly hair, was from the tribe of Judah. Your bloodline, your blood, his blood is running through your veins. Right? And you call yourself Israelite, and then you dress that way. You never see Christ wear a dress. He never wore those things. Christ wore linen. Not like you have them on TV, like these people like that. You know that story they have on TV, the Bible story? Yeah, they got their white men on there, looking like Charles Manson, you know what I mean? Some ratty clothes. The Most High, Mashiach never dressed like that. That damn disrespectful. He was a dark-skinned man with woolly hair. He'd be like Wesley Snipes, right? With white woolly hair, dressed nice, with linen, with gold on. Said that he had a girdle on with gold. Mashiach, he dressed like a man. He wasn't like, the scriptures say, he wasn't handsome like Denzel, right? You know? But he was dressed accordingly. The so-called white man got him dressed as look like Charles Manson. That's not the will of Yah. Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10 and verse 12.
Read.
And now, Israel,
okay,
what does the Most High thy power require of thee?
Okay, what's the Most High require of thee?
But to fear the Most High thy power.
Right.
To walk in all his ways.
Walk in all his ways.
And to love him.
To do what?
And to love him.
If you love the Most High, the Most High said, if you love me, keep my commandments. If you love me, prove it. Keep my commandments. He's talking about the nation. This is not directed towards women. It's not directed towards men. It's directed towards the nation. He said, if you love him, keep his commandments. Prove it. Prove it. Read.
And to serve the Most High thy power.
Right.
With all thy heart.
Okay.
And with all thy soul.
Right.
To keep the commandments of the Most High.
He said to keep the commandments of the Most High. Read.
And his statutes.
And his statutes. Read.
Which I command thee this day.
The Most High has commanded us to keep the commandments. Right?
For thy good.
For what?
For thy good.
This is a good thing for you to do. To keep the commandments. Right? Drop that. Proverbs 7. And start at verse 10. Let me see. Okay.
Proverbs.
Start at 7. 7 and 7.
Proverbs chapter 7 and verse 7.
Right.
And behold, among the simple.
You got it. Read that.
Proverbs chapter 7 and verse 7.
Read.
And behold, among the simple ones.
Among the simple ones, right? What? Okay. Let's get it together.
I discern among the youths.
Right. Among the who?
Among the youths.
Among the youths, right?
A young man.
All right.
Void of understanding.
So this is a young man. Most likely he's void of understanding. He doesn't know that what he's Israel. Okay. Read.
Passing through the streets.
Okay.
Near her corner.
Mm-hmm.
And he went the way to her house.
Okay.
In the twilight.
Right.
In the evening.
So in the evening he's walking past the lady's house. Read.
In the black and dark night.
Right.
And behold, There met him a woman
Okay.
with the attire of an harlot
Right.
and subtle of heart.
Subtile of heart.
Subtile of heart.
Right. So what does it mean to be subtile? Creepy, conniving, sneaky, right? Of heart. So now, it says the attire of a heart. Kadash, please help me. Give me somebody out there. Trust me, it's going to be real easy to find somebody. Because our people, man, the women dress like harlots. You know? What's a harlot? A woman for sale. That's what a harlot is. You know? You go out to the club, they got on the tightest dress, bend over, they skin out, right? And they say, well, you know, this is what I wear. This is me. I gotta show my body off. I got a nice body. I'm in the gym. I'm working out. My mama gave me. I gotta shake what my mama gave me. They got all these sayings, right? I don't have any of my pictures, man. My Harley pictures. So you gotta pull it up, right? You got me? Okay. Pull that joker off up there. You know what I mean? That everybody think it's funny. Yeah. So. Oh, I didn't even pull these pictures out. I could have pulled this out. Definitely pull it. I gotta pull this out. All right. You got something for me? Read that, Chef.
So big.
Why you looking for that? Yeah. Yeah. Chef, read that.
Verse 11.
Right.
She is loud.
She is what?
She is loud.
So now, the tie of a harlot, right? So she's dressed like a streetwalker, and she's loud, right? But society tells us that it's okay that a woman can wear tight jeans, she can wear whatever she wants, you know? She can wear tight jeans and spandex and all these different things out in the world. But the Most High said, when you come into this truth and you understand who you are, that you're an Israelite, that women need to put away the pants, right? So the pants, you notice when you look at jeans, it has a button, right? And it has a zipper. Pull down the zipper and what comes out? It's supposed to be made for men, right? So now, it's something very simple for everybody. Kadash, before you pull that up, can you get this? You on it? You see that? So now, this is a sign for the bathroom. It's very simple. We had a 5-year-old here in Noah say, what bathroom is this? Of course, on the bottom it says men. But it's like you couldn't read, right? You know on there, the man has the pants, right? Men. Now, check this out. What bathroom is this? You got that? Right? It says woman on the bottom, but of course, what does the woman have on? She has on a dress. That's why the young girls know which bathroom to go into, because you won't want a 5-year-old girl going to the men's bathroom.
Can't read, right?
Right. But they know that you go into this bathroom, you know, this is for the women. It's very simple. This law is very simple. Now, what bathroom this is for? This is the family bathroom. It's very simple. You got man, you got woman. Let me see who else you got on there.
Child.
Oh, the child, and it's a boy, because you notice that he doesn't have on a dress. Now, this is the question I have for everybody. What bathroom is this? You got that out? What bathroom is this? You see it got question marks on the bottom. So the question is, now, I can only imagine what's hanging below that dress. But right now, this is confusion, right? This is an abomination. This is giving a sin pass for our people, saying that this is okay. This is okay. That a man can put on a dress and you see that's his jammy hanging from him. This is not the will of Yah. Or this could be transgender bathroom. This could be a lot of bathrooms. But if you see this bathroom right here, don't go in there. Khan?
Khan.
Khan in Hebrew means yes. Okay. Don't do that. It's very simple. You got something for me on? Who that? Now, you know they had some thing on YouTube, somebody saying that.
No, I saw it. No.
You saw that? Right. Saying that might be a man, huh?
No.
I don't know. Listen,
I don't know.
I ain't trusting nothing. You got that up there? You got that? Put the camera up there so you can see. Real quick. Now, some people will say, well, what's wrong with that? This is not modest apparel. This is not professing righteousness. This is not saying you're an Israelite. This is saying, you know, I'm a Gentile. I'm of the nation. I'm of the heathen. This is what I do. A heathen is a non-Israelite person, right? An Israelite woman will not dress like this.
Right.
You know, you'll be rebuked, hard correction, real fast. Okay? But this is the condition of our people. This is accepted. This is what's going on. This is the trend. I want to look like her. When she dressed like this, when you're still on this platform, you're considered a role model. So when you dress like this, you're going to have little girls dressed like this. You're going to have adult women dressing like this. Saying, yeah, I want to look like Nicki Minaj. I want to be like Nicki Minaj. Look at the name Minaj, like Minaj at 12. I guess that's where she get it from, right? I guess being in the bed with more than multiple people, I don't know. Anyway, that's wicked as hell. That's not the will of Yah. When you come into the will of Yah, this right here, this is all outdoors with you. There you go. Out. Now you're in the spirit right there. Yeah, blow it up. This right here is off. This is not beautiful. Right? This is not beautiful. This attire, you will be stopped at the door. You will not be let up in here. Maybe the Baptist church, they'll let you in there, but not over here. We got security. You will be stopped. You'll be asked to leave and come back when you dress appropriate. Right? This is not the will of Yah that women should dress like this. Listen, man, I don't want to just get on the women. You need to get some of these men up here. All right? Get them up here with these tight clothes on. Yeah. You gotta bring it out. I ain't getting on the women. You know what I mean? No, this is not bashing Women's Day. It's not about that. It's about what's right and what's wrong. And that's definitely wrong. You should never dress like that as an Israelite woman. Now, you're a heathen woman. You want to dress like that? Hey, that's on you. You know what I mean? You get whatever you get out of that. Remember, flies are attracted to what? Huh? Dung. Crap. That's why you see men hawk over women like this. Because they ain't no damn good. A righteous man never want a woman looking like that. Never. So, this is not the way our women are supposed to dress. Shepshon, stand in spirit. Read verse 10 again.
Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 10.
7 and 10.
Oh, 7 and 10, Salah.
Right.
Proverbs chapter 7 and verse 10.
Read.
And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of an harlot.
Okay.
And subtile of heart.
Right, so in her heart and her mind, she being subtile. Read.
She is loud and stubborn.
She's loud and what?
Stubborn.
Right. Read.
Her feet abide not in her house.
So he's not at home. Yeah, there you go, right there. There you go. See that? Right there? A man dressed like that, you know what I mean? You got the jacket is tight. Those pants look like they painted it on him. His jammy is bulging out. You know what I mean? That's not the will of Yah. That a man should walk around looking like that. And some women will say, oh, wow, look at that. He's got a nice package. You know what I mean? You know? Oh, he's cute. You know what I mean? Oh, he look good. That's not the will of Yah, that a man should dress like that. If he had on fringes, he'd really be finished right now. Right? So this is somebody void of understanding. You don't know who he is. You got more? Yeah, look for some more. We got to get on the men too. This thing, we're going to even this thing out. Read on now.
Verse 12.
Right. So she don't buy, hold on. So she's stubborn and she loud. You can't tell her nothing, right? And she don't buy her house. Meaning she's not at home. Read.
Verse 12.
Right.
Now is she without.
Right.
Now in the streets.
Right.
And lieth in wait at every corner.
So now, you see some of our women, they're on the corner. But really, they don't really have to be on the corner to be like this. They could be in the club. They could be in the mall. Some of our young youths, they just go, oh, mom, I'll be back. I'm going to the mall. They ain't have no money. They ain't going to buy nothing. They just in the mall. The mall becomes a hangout spot. Right? Read.
So she caught him.
Right?
And kissed him.
So she met him, spoke to him, whatever. They got to know each other. She kissed him. Read.
And with an impudent face.
Impudent face.
Impudent face said unto him.
Right.
I have peace offerings with me.
Right.
This day have I paid my vows.
Right. So she did her work, paid her vows. Read.
Therefore came I forth to meet thee.
Right.
diligently to seek thy face, and I have found thee.
So she found you, right? So she look, she found you. You're looking good. You got a nice haircut. You got on nice clothes. You got on jeans or whatever. You're looking good. Read.
I have decked my bed with
Right.
coverings of tapestry,
Okay.
with carved works, with fine linen of Egypt.
Right. So when you go on when you go on these stores like Macy's and these Bed Bath and Beyond, they got these Egyptian cotton, like 800 thread count. You know what I mean? I know some women know. I know about sheets. I know about linen. You know what I mean? I like the good sheets now. I don't put no crappy stuff on my bed. I'll be putting nothing less than 400 thread count. Anything less than 400 thread count, that's for the floor or whatever. I don't lay on that. It got to be more than 400. All right? So 800 thread count, Egyptian cotton. So that thing is nice. You jump in there, it feels smooth and everything, make your body feel good. Read.
Verse 17.
Okay.
I have perfumed my bed,
right,
with myrrh,
right,
aloes,
frankincense and myrrh. We have it here, right? Myrrh and aloes, right?
and cinnamon.
So that bed's smelling good. She getting ready for this man. Read.
Come, let us take our fill of love until the morning.
Right. So she's saying, hey, let's do this thing. Right? Read.
Let us solace
right
ourselves with love.
Right. So let's make love. It's a nice way of saying it. Right? Read.
For the good man is not at home.
Whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did she just say, read it again?
Verse 18.
Okay, yeah.
Come,
19.
Oh, verse 19.
Right.
For the good man is not at home.
So wait a minute. You got a man? What's going on here? She got a man. The man is not at home, right? She got the bed laced with aloes, got the Egyptian cotton on there, 800 thread count. Got the place smelling good with the cinnamon. Hey, man, don't worry about it. He's not here. Where is he? Read.
He is gone on a long journey.
Right.
He have taken a bag of money with him,
mm-hmm.
and will come home at the day appointed.
Read.
With her much fair speech, she caused him to yield. Mm-hmm. With the flattering of her lips, she forced him.
Right. So he said with the flattering of her lips. Oh, there's more? Oh, man, look at this here. You got more for me out? Okay. There we go. That is kind of feminine. I don't know what's going on there. They call it fashion. I don't know. I'm not feeling that. You know what I mean? Bad enough, we got to wear the suit and tie. Then you got to put that on? No. All right. We go to the pictures, man. We don't even know. We find any more, we're gonna be on something else. Right? So now, I just want to get some understanding here. You see me now? Come. All right. We good? Come. So now, she said, with her much fair speech, she caused him to yield. With the flattering of her lips, she forced him. A lot of times, our people don't think that what? When you say things, your word carries a lot of weight. The tongue starts wars. How do you think Vietnam started? How do you think World War I started? World War II? How do you think World War III is going to start? You think it started by somebody just sitting back and pressing a button? Obviously, some words were being said from one leader to another leader. Right? What you got?
James 3:5.
Yeah, get that. Get that real quick. James 3:5. I know that. Right.
James chapter 3 and verse 5.
Right.
Even so, the tongue is a little member and boasts of great things.
Right.
Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth.
Right.
Kindleth.
Right. So a little fire can kindle, right, with that tongue. Read.
And the tongue is a fire.
Tongue is a what?
Is a fire.
The tongue is a fire. Don't you people out in the street, how you think those fights begin started? When you see people on World Star, see two women going out in the street and pulling each other off, the bra come off, the false hair come off, the eyelashes, everything be flying all over the place. You feel them fighting, how you think that started? Somebody said something to someone, and then the other one replied back. Spirits, flared up.
What you saying on Facebook?
Yeah, what you said on Facebook? Who you with? You know what I mean? The next thing you know, they're going at it, right? Because what? The tongue, right? Read. The tongue is a fire.
Verse 6. And the tongue is a fire,
Right?
a world of iniquity.
Right, a world of sin. Read.
So is the tongue among our members.
So is the tongue among our members. Who are you talking about again? The nation of Israel. Read.
That is defiled the whole body.
Defiled your whole body, your whole spirit. You could be a beautiful woman. Nice, neat, dainty, and sweet. But if you got a big mouth and you run up with your mouth, you look ugly. Your spirit is ugly. That kills the whole body. Read.
And setteth on fire the course of nature.
Right.
And it is set on fire of hell.
Set on fire of what?
Of hell.
Right. We're not going to go any more into that. Because we can get into the tongue. That's a whole class.
Right,
that's a whole other topic. But just showing you that the tongue has power. That's why she said with her tongue, right? It says with her much fair speech, she caused him to yield, right? He yielded, looked at it first, and with the flattering of her lips, she forced him. So just find a woman looking at a man and say, you know what? You're a nice, handsome guy, man. You got nice brown eyes, right? Tall or dark and handsome. You know, to make a man feel good. He feel good about himself. Damn, yeah, I look good. I've been at the gym lately, you know. Come over here and get some of this cinnamon, you know. Come over here and jump on this 800 thread count. Let's bring this love together, baby. The good man is gone. Read.
Verse 22.
Read.
He goeth after her straightways.
He goes that way. What way?
Straightways.
That means he ain't pausing for nothing. He see that woman, man, she fine, she look good. I'm going after her straightway. Read.
As an ox goeth to the slaughter.
Right. And when you look at some of these nature channels, just show you how the ox go to the slaughter. The ox don't even know it's coming. He is in there. Next thing you know, he the next one. Zip. Open him up. It's dead. Read.
Or as a fool to the correction of the stocks.
Right. Read on.
Till a dart strike through his liver, as a bird hastens to the snare.
Right.
And knoweth not that it is for his life.
Right.
Hearken unto me now, therefore.
Hearken unto the Most High. Read.
O ye children.
Right.
And attend to the words of my mouth.
The Most High said, listen to the words that's coming out of his mouth.
Let not thy heart decline to her ways.
Right. Do you see this woman dressed like that? And the brother was bringing out, he show you a picture of the woman dressed like that. You see that woman, don't go after that woman. Read.
Go not astray in her paths.
Right.
For she hath cast down many wounded.
Right.
Yea, many strong men have been slain by her.
Right. Many strong men have been slain by her. Men have gone deal with this woman, been slain by her. They've been caught up. What Israel saying in the world? They got that die slow now. Now you find out you got that, you know, you positive. Right? Read.
Verse 7.
Read.
Her house is the way to hell.
The house is the way to where?
To hell.
To who?
To hell.
To hell. Read.
Going down to the chambers of death.
And that's where you're going to die at. And through women, we all die. You follow after a woman that's just like that, like the brother pulled up on the screen, you'll be going to your death. She already said the good man is not there, so let's get that. The good man is not there. So she's breaking the law right there. She's trying to bring this man in the house, and she got a man. Give me Leviticus 20, verse 10, real quick. Let's get that law. Let's get the law on that. And then give me Sirach 19:29. Leviticus 20, verse 10.
Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 10.
Read.
And the man that committeth adultery.
The man that do what?
Committeth adultery.
Right. The good man is gone away. So now you want to get up in there and say, you know what? She's trying to get you in the house. The good man's gone away. The man, he said, the man that committed adultery, read.
With another man's wife.
That's the man's wife. Read.
Even he that committeth adultery.
Right.
With his neighbor's wife.
You commit adultery with your neighbor's wife. Read.
The adulterer.
The adulterer, right, with the man.
And the adulteress.
And the adulteress, the woman. Read.
Shall surely.
No, maybe.
Shall surely.
No, might be.
Shall surely.
Surely be what?
Put to death.
You're going to be put to death in these last days. Now, you may not receive the physical death, but the spiritual death, for sure, you're going to get. Not knowing who you are. The Most High is going to block you from that. All right? You out there committing adultery, the Spirit of the Lord is not going to be on you. That's for sure. All right, we got the law on that. Sirach 19.
Sirach chapter 19 and verse 29.
My sister don't have that book. Ecclesiastes 19, 29. Page 81 if you have the Red Apocrypha. Right. This book is Apocrypha. It's called Apocrypha. It's a Greek word for hidden book. Right. When you have the original 1611 print of King James Version of the Bible, this book is inside. Okay? This book has been taken out. That's why it's called a hidden book, Apocrypha. When we have this book on the street, some of the people ask us, where you get that book from? Some Greeks pull up to us, how did you know about that book? Because we study. We know this book was originally in the Bible. And I saw it on eBay. They were selling it for $100,000. Original version of the 1611. And it said with the Apocrypha. And it said if you want to see it, you actually click on it and go to a PDF, and you can actually look and see the book inside there. You know, you go and see, you know, the books like Sirach and Wisdom of Solomon and stuff like that. So we had Ecclesiastes 19 verse 29. Right? Read that out.
A man may be known by his look.
A man known by his what?
By his look.
By his look. Read.
And one that has understanding by his countenance.
Okay, so by when you look and your countenance, you'll be known as that. Read.
When thou meetest him. A man's attire and excessive laughter and gait show what he is.
Right. So a man's attire and excessive laughter, you're always laughing all the time, you know. Everything's a joke to you. Nothing wrong with making jokes and we laugh and we have a good time, but it's a time and a place for everything. Right? And gait show you what? Who you really are. Who are you when this book is closed? Right? Drop that. Give me let's get into now how we're supposed to dress. Numbers 15.
Numbers chapter 15 and verse 37.
Okay, there we go. There we go. Now some pictures now. That's what I've been waiting for. Some righteous pictures, you know what I mean? Read.
Numbers chapter 15 and verse 37.
Okay.
And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying,
What did he say to Moses?
Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments,
Right.
throughout their generations.
Okay.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
Right.
And it shall be unto you for a fringe,
Should be unto you a fringe. Read.
that ye may look upon it,
Okay.
and remember all the commandments of the Most High.
Right. So we're supposed to wear our fringes, our borders are blue. This is the attire. Put on the other picture you have there. Not this one. Put on the other one you have there. Yeah, there we go. So the fringes and the border are blue. Now look at the brother's pants. Okay? Not fitting tight. Like you got on some forces. Nothing wrong with wearing you got your sneaker gear on. You know, these young men, they like sneakers. So got the fringes, the border blue. Look at this, look what his sister has on. You got that out? Put it up there. Put it on put the camera on it. Real quick. Let everybody see that. So now, the sister got her head covered, okay? Both sisters got their head covered. Right? They got their fringes, their border blue. They'll do what? Most High told us to wear this to remind us to keep the commandments. Right? You don't see it's not a booby alert going on here, right? No boobies out, you know what I mean? The dress not form fitting. The dress, you see it, falls down. You know what I mean? So, it's not fitting all tight where you can see dimples all over the whole body and everything. You're not supposed to see that, right? So this is the attire of an Israelite. You learn you're an Israelite, you put away that old man, this is the way you're supposed to dress. Con?
All
right, good. All right. That's good enough, huh? All right, that's good enough. You fix that. All right. So drop the numbers. Give me Daniel 10 and 5. I brought out about the Mashiach, but I didn't bring out how he was dressed. Get a book of Daniels. Let's go on to it real quick. The Mashiach. We can run out a little bit of time, but we started out late today. So, we started around 7:30 or so. So we're going to finish in the next 20 minutes or so. Okay, but I just want to go into a few scriptures showing that how we dress. Like we showed up there in the picture. You saw the woman; she was not, form-fitting the dress. The brother had on a nice little hoodie. He had his fringes of border blue on. You know what I mean? They were dressed appropriate. You can come to the Shabbat service like that. She had on a jean jacket. The other sister had on another jacket. So, they're not all out in the open and showing everything. This is the will of Yah. Called Daniel's, right? Daniel 10 and verse 5. Yeah, read that.
Daniel chapter 10 and verse 5.
Yeah.
Then I lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen.
So Daniel's having a vision right now. Prophet Daniel he had a lot of visions, you know what I mean? And he saw, at this point, a man clothed in what?
Linen.
Linen. Linen is a nice cloth, right? Linen, linen, how does it feel? It's very light. It's not heavy, So, he had on linen, right? Read.
Whose loins was girded with fine gold of Uphaz.
So it says loins was girded. He had on a golden girdle, right? He had on a golden girdle of Uphaz, read.
His body also was like the beryl.
Okay.
And his face as the appearance of lightning.
Right. Read.
And his eyes as lamps of fire.
So it says eyes of lamps of fire, read.
And his arms and his feet.
So wait a minute. It says, so now Daniel saw his arms and his feet, right? Read.
In color.
Like in what?
Color.
Like in who?
Color.
So now, hold on. Let me get my picture. Like in color. Hold on. There we go. Like in color to what?
Polished brass.
To what?
Polished brass.
So what color is brass? I'm gonna ask the sister in the room. I don't know you. How you doing? Shalom. How you doing? All right. What color is brass? Brown. Gold brown. Like it's a derivative of brown, right? So now, who is this? Does his skin look brown? It don't look white either. You know what I mean? But it sure don't look brown, right? So this was what we've been given. They call this our Lord and Savior. But this is a lie. This is blasphemy to the Holy Spirit. Right? So now, it said his arms and his feet was like in color to what? Polished brass. Read.
And the voice of his words.
The voice of his words.
Like the voice of the multitude.
Right. So he spoke with authority. He spoke like a man. I know I'm a little older than y'all here, but they had a movie back in the days came on with Eddie Murphy. I know if you ever see that movie, Beverly Hills Cop. Remember when they pulled him over and he say, the guy, Eddie Murphy told me, he said, yo, man, the guy, police officer told me, he said, we're not going to fall for the banana in your tailpipe. Eddie Murphy told me, man, listen, you got to say it like a man. We're not going to fall for the banana in your tailpipe. You got to say it like a man. You're not supposed to be like a woman. You're not gonna, no. That's not the spirit of Yah. When Yah spoke, when Yahweh Shai spoke, he spoke like a man. He spoke like an authority. Just because a man speaks loud, he speaks firm, that doesn't mean that, that he's being like a tyrant, you know what I mean? He's being a man. It's the way a man should speak, with authority, right? So he said he was a colored man, right? And he had on linen. It's fine linen. Give me Revelation now. Give me Revelation. Let's go to Revelation. John the Revelator, that's what we call him. The nickname we have for him. John, right? He had a revelation, a revealing, right? That what the Messiah looked like. That he wasn't blonde hair and blue eyes, right? He didn't have big baby blue eyes. Right? 1 verse 12.
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 12.
Read that.
And I turned to see the voice that spake with me.
So he said he turned because he had this vision, right? And then he, he heard a voice. You hear a voice, whether it be on your left ear or your right ear, you turn around to look, right? Read.
And I turned to see the voice that spake with me.
Okay.
And being turned, I saw 7 golden candlesticks,
right?
and in the midst of the 7 golden candlesticks,
So yeah, the 7 golden candlesticks was right behind me, right? Read.
One like unto the Son of Man.
You said one like unto the Son of Man. Read.
Clothed with a garment down to the foot,
right?
And a girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
Right. So we had a golden girdle on. What does that mean? A girdle is what we wore when we were at war. We wore it over our midsection. So just in case we was at battle, somebody tried to swing a sword at us at our midsection. The girdle was a strong girdle, would prevent us from getting, stabbed in our weak parts. You know what I mean? You get cut with a sword in your arm or your leg, you might bleed a little bit, but if you get cut in your stomach, of course, those are vital parts. You can bleed to death. So this is the warlike attire that we had. Like I have on an armband. This is war attire. Okay, read.
Verse 14.
Right.
His head and his hairs
right
were white like wool.
Right. You see the hair on my beard is white. And my beard is woolly texture. Right? Read.
Like wool, as white as snow.
As white as snow. Read.
And his eyes.
So now, this is blonde and stringy. So that's one stripe. And it says, now his eyes. Read.
Were as a flame of fire.
His eyes are a flame of fire. His eyes are baby blue. So that's 2 stripes. Right? Read.
And his feet.
And his feet. Right?
Like unto fine brass.
So his feet, like unto fine brass, that we already established already.
Read. As if they burned.
As if they did what?
Burned.
As if they burned. Read.
In a furnace.
In a what?
In a furnace.
So if you put anything in a furnace, what color does it come out? It's going to be black. So now, that's 3 strikes. You out. You off home plate, homeboy. You out. So get this guy. Bam. Smack him. Get him out of here. It's finished. He's done. That's the false image. Right? What you going to say?
First Matthew 3:48.
Yeah. No. That's a good scripture, but yeah. We're not going to get that. First Maccabees 3:48. Yeah, that's good scripture. That's good scripture. But we're not gonna go there because process of time. We're going into, what our Messiah looked like. We know that the other nations took him and they made this picture. You know what I mean? Yeah. The other nations did this. You know what I mean? The other nations did this. We didn't do this. The other nations did this. Right? So now, let's get Leviticus 6 and 10. Why did the Messiah put on linen? Why? Why did the Messiah put on linen? It's very important, lawyer. It's very important. Let's get Leviticus chapter 6, verse 10. Let's get Leviticus 6, verse 10, real quick.
Leviticus chapter 6 and verse 10.
Let's see why he got this linen on. You know what I mean? Leviticus chapter 6 and verse 10. Read that.
And the priest.
And the who?
And the priest.
And the what?
And the priest.
And the priest, right? If you're a priest, you're from the tribe of Levi, from the nation of Israel. One lawyer, one Yashala. Read.
Shall put on his linen garment.
Put on his linen what?
Garment.
Right? So if you priest, you put on your linen garments. Read.
And his linen breeches.
His linen what?
Breeches.
What?
Breeches.
Skirts.
Breeches.
Dresses.
Breeches.
Breeches. Which is what? Pants. So pants were made for men, right? And dresses and skirts were made for women. Why are we mixing it up? Why are we mixing it up? Because why? The heathens are in control of this nation. United States of America, USA, under Satan's authority. Satan is ruling right now. So he's telling you it's okay. Come out the closet. Men, put away your pants. Put on a dress. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with being feminine. Nothing wrong with wearing pink. It's a fashion thing. But the Most High said that our men need to be men and the women need to be women. We have order. The order is the Most High, his son, Christ, Yahushua, men, women, and children. That's the order. And we can't mix it up. Read.
Breeches.
Okay.
Shall be put on. Let me start at the top.
Right.
Leviticus chapter 6 and verse 10.
Read.
And the priest shall put on his linen garment,
Right.
and his linen breeches.
Okay.
Shall he put upon his sons, or upon his flesh,
Mm-hmm.
and take up the ashes which the fire had consumed with the burnt offering on the altar, and he shall put them beside the altar.
Right. So the priest doing his duties of the altar and the burnt offerings, he's supposed to have on his priestly garments. So that's why when you read about Christ, or we call Yahushua, he had on his linen, because he was a priest. He was the high priest, but out of the tribe of Judah. First time you ever heard that. Give me Hebrews 7:14 and hold this Leviticus. We're gonna get you can drop this Leviticus. We're gonna get Exodus 28:42, but let's get Hebrews 7:14. The book of Hebrews chapter 7, verse 14.
Hebrews.
Chapter 7 and verse 14.
Right.
For it is evident.
So it's what?
For it is evident.
The Bible says, so it is evident, right? It's crystal clear that what?
That our one,
That our Lord, right?
sprang out of Judah.
Came out of who?
Came out of Judah.
Came out of Judah. Read.
Of which tribe Moses spake nothing concerning priesthood.
Right. So the priesthood came out of the tribe of Levi. But Christ, Yahushua, he was that priest that came out of Judah. He was the only priest that came out of Judah. Right? So in being a priest, he had on his priestly garments, he had on his linen, and he had on his breeches, which he had on pants. Right? So the Messiah, he wore linen. But in these movies, they got him dressed up as what? Like looking like Charles Manson. Right? That's not the will of the Most High. That's not the will of Christ. He didn't look like that. He was dressed nice and neat, like an Israelite should. He looked good, like an Israelite should. Come on. Exodus 28:42.
Exodus chapter 28, verse 42.
Check this out.
And thou shalt make them linen breeches.
Make them linen what?
Breeches.
Breeches, right? Read.
To cover their nakedness.
Cover their what?
Cover their nakedness.
We're supposed to cover our nakedness as men. We're not supposed to be running around with capris on. Our men not be like the brother Kadash pulled up. That man had on like some tight, looked like the pants was painted on him. You see his jammy bulging out in the front. That's not the will of Yah. That you should walk around and somebody see your package bulging out in your pants, right? So you're supposed to cover up yourself as an Israelite man and as an Israelite woman. Thou shalt make them linen breeches to cover their nakedness. Read.
From the loins even unto the thighs.
Up to the thighs. Read.
They shall reach.
Right. They shall reach. Read.
And they shall be upon Aaron.
They should be upon who?
Aaron.
Read.
And upon his sons.
Right. They should be upon Aaron and his sons. This is the will of Yah. This is the will of Yah. Drop that. Give me Leviticus 19 and verse 19.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 19.
Okay.
Ye shall keep my statutes.
Most High said we should keep his statutes. Read.
Thou shalt not let thy cattle gender with a diverse kind.
Okay.
And thou shalt sow thy field with mingled seed. Thou shalt not sow thy field with mingled seed.
Okay.
Neither shall a garment mingle of linen and woolen come upon thee.
Right. So he said you should mix the garments. You shouldn't take linen and mix it with cotton or polyester. But the so-called white man, he rules everything in this world. So he gives us our clothes. So he make clothes polyester, be 35% polyester, 25% cotton, 15% this and that. He got all these mingled, clothing. So we have to search out and try to find 100% cotton or 100% linen, But the Most High never wanted us to mingle these clothing. You know why? Because the mingle of the clothing drops a certain temperature of your body. Now, check this out. If you put on a linen suit and get off the plane in New York in December, it's going to be a problem. All right? You're going to be freezing, right? But if you got off the plane in Florida, you'll be fine. And then even in December, you wore linen. Because why? Florida, this state right here, only got like maybe 2 seasons. You know what I mean? We really don't have a winter. It's a little cool. But you can wear linen during that time. Right? So if you're going to New York, what are you going to put on? A coat. You're going to put on something that is cotton. You know? Thick. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the Most High didn't want us to mingle the material. This is not a righteous thing. Okay? Give me Revelations 15. Let's look at that real quick. Let me see Revelations 15. Let me see 15. Right, read that. Revelation 15 and verse 5. Slow.
Revelations chapter 15 and verse 5.
Read.
And after that I looked, and behold, the temple of the tabernacle of the testimony in heaven was open.
Right.
And the 7 angels came out of the temple.
So the 7 angels came out of the temple having what?
Having the 7 plagues.
Right.
Clothed in pure and white linen.
Ooh, wait a minute. Angels in heaven having on linen? What's going on? What's going on? This linen thing goes way back, man. It's not nothing that's new. Read.
Clothed in pure and white linen.
Okay.
And having their breasts girded with golden girdles.
See that again? That golden girdle. Why? Because this is what we wore during wartime to cover our midsection, right? Okay. Read. No, jump that. Sorry, that was it. Yeah, read more.
Verse 7.
Okay.
And one of the 4 beasts gave unto the 7 angels 7 golden veils, full of the wrath of the Most High,
right?
Who live forever and ever.
Right. The Most High live forever and ever. Read.
And the temple was filled with the smoke of the glory of the Most High.
Right. The smoke of the glory of the Most High, the fragrance of myrrh. Right.
And from His power.
Right. And
no man was able to enter into the temple till the 7 plagues of the 7 angels were fulfilled.
Right. So drop that. Give me Isaiah 61 and 3. In the book of Isaiah.
Isaiah chapter 61 and verse 3. To appoint unto them the mourning in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning,
right,
and the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness,
right,
that planted of the Most High, that He might be glorified.
Right. So the Most High appointed us in Zion, what giving us the beauty of for ashes, the oil for joy or for mourning, right? The garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness. So the Most High has given us garments for even for a certain time that we in mourning. You know? So what the Most High is telling us that all these things has to be in order. Our clothing have to be in order. The way we adorn ourselves, our spirit has to be right. Right? This is a condition of the Most High. This is what He wants. This is what He wants out of Israel. Okay? We got to put off what the world wants. And we got to put on what the Most High wants. Right? Give me, I got 2 more scriptures. Give me 1 John 2 and 15. Book of 1 John, chapter 2, and verse 15.
Book of 1 John, chapter 2, and verse 15.
Right?
Love not the world.
Do what?
Love not the world.
So when it's saying, telling you love not the world, read.
Neither the things that are in the world.
So the world is telling us, right, for the men to dress effeminate, right, and for the women to dress masculine. So if the Most High tells us not to love the world, for our women, we should not want to dress like that in a masculine way, or dress in a provocative way, dress like a harlot. And our men should not want to dress effeminate, right? Because why? We don't love the world. We love the Most High. Because the Most High said, if you love me, keep my commandments. And if you love the Most High, you're going to keep his commandments, and you're not going to dress that way. You're an Israelite, and you're going to put away being a heathen. You're going to put those old ways away. The scriptures say, kill that old man. You got to take that old man and put the stabs on him, man. You got to put that, get that old man out of here. Get out of here. And that old woman, too. Your friends come to your house and call you and say, girl, come on. Put on your get 'em girl dress. Right? Put that dress on where they be hating. When you walk up in the club, all the guys sweating you, and all the women hating on you because you got that body, you thick, you looking good. Put that dress on. No, don't put that dress on. Kill that old woman. Put the stabs on her. Ha, ha, ha. Get rid of that chick. She dead. You're an Israelite now. You got to keep the commandments. Take that dress, put it in the garbage. Take them heels, put it in the garbage. You're an Israelite now. Put away that old man. Put away that old woman. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. Read.
Verse 15.
Right?
Love not the world.
Love not the world. Read.
Neither the things that are in the world.
Read.
If any man love the world,
right,
the love of the Father is not in him.
The love of the Father is not in you. You still want to dress like a harlot. You still want to dress like a faggot. Dress like the alphabet people. LGBTQF, whatever, P, whatever. You want to dress like them, being effeminate. The Most High is not dealing with you. Read.
For all that is in the world,
right?
The lust of the flesh.
The lust of what?
The lust of the flesh.
The lust of the flesh, read.
And the lust of the eyes.
And that's the problem. The lust of the flesh and the lust of the eye. We lust after these things. We lust after what, we desire to do what? To be sinful. Read.
And the pride of life.
And the pride of what?
The pride of life.
Right. And our people are proud in these last days. You can't tell me what to do. I wear what I want to wear. I work. I earn $40,000, $50,000 a year. I can wear what I want to wear. Ain't no man gonna tell me what to do. And some men say the same thing. I'm a grown man. If I want to wear pink, I wear pink. If I want to wear tight shirts, I want to wear tight pants. I wear what I want to wear. Right? But you're not gonna come up in the word of the Most High. You're not gonna come up in the school dressed like that, because we got security at the door.
That's right.
And you will be thrown out. Read.
It's not of the Father, but is of the world.
Right?
Keep going.
Keep going.
And the world passes away.
When this world ends, you're going to go with it. With your hot dress on, with your tight pants on, living a hot girl summer.
Right.
When this world goes and it dies, when the Mashiach come back, you're going to die with it. Read.
And the lust of the flesh, and the world passes away,
right?
And the lust thereof,
right?
But he that doeth the will of the Most High,
right,
abideth forever.
If you do the will of the Most High, then you're going to live forever. Last verse. 1 Corinthians 14.
Last verse or what?
Yes, last verse. 1 Corinthians 14 and verse 40.
1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 40.
Check that out.
Let all things.
Let some things.
Let all things.
Let a little bit of things.
Let all things.
The Bible said, let what? Let all things
be done decently.
Be done decently and what?
And in order.
Right. Let all things be done decently and in order. So today you learn you're an Israelite, you got to kill that old woman. You got to kill that old man. you got to dress accordingly as the Most High said. Cover up yourself. The Most High say he made those linen breeches for men to cover up their nakedness. We have clothes to cover up our body. Why are they having clothes with holes in it showing our body? Because this is the opposite of what the Most High wants. This is what Satan wants. So when we dress like that, then we dealing with Satan. Why don't you just tell the truth? And shame the devil. You are of the devil when you dress like that. That's the spirit that be on you. So Israel, you got to repent. Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. That's what Christ said, and that's what we're going to say. And we're going to end it with that. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
All praise be to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, because truly his mercy endure forever. All right, who we got online?
We have Jeremiah.
Shalom, Jeremiah. All right, hallelujah.
We have Miss Ellie.
Hallelujah, all right, shalom.
Third. We have Marga Moon 12.
All right, shalom.
Moriah Israel.
All right, Mariah, shalom.
We have Arsene Remy.
All right, shalom. Arsene Remy.
Margarita Palomino.
All right, shalom, Margarita. All right.
We have Bam Raw Diets.
Shalom. Okay.
Ivan.
Shalom, brothers and sisters. All right.
We have Brother Ryan Paul.
Lion Paul in the house.
That's right.
You ready for Vero Beach? Shalom.
We have Malachi Barisa.
All right, shalom.
We have Great Man Omega.
All right, shalom.
Jonathan Obadiah.
All right, shalom.
Chocolate City Girl.
Okay, we know that is. Shalom, sis.
We have Ayana J.
Okay.
Shalom Malakiam.
Okay. Shalom.
We have Priest Kahan.
All right, hallelujah. Okay.
That's it.
All right, hallelujah. All praises, man. So I hope everybody was edified on the attire of Israel. You know, we have the attire of the world. It's the wickedness, it's evil. You know, we're going to set up our closing prayer as usual. We stand up and we face east, which is the holy city, which is Jerusalem, and we set up the Lord's Prayer. Okay, I Madyam Wapanya Akwadam. That's Hebrew for rise and face the east. Hallelujah.
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 Who's the power?
Yahweh.
Who's the power?
Yahweh.
Bahashim.
Yahushai.
Bahashim.
Yahushai.
Hallelujah. Yahweh, please hear our prayer and receive our supplication. Please send the righteous angels to encamp around us of Yahweh during these last days. We know Satan seeking who he may devour, knowing that they only have a short time left. Please put the spirit of healing out there for our brother Deacon, you know, the spirit of healing on our brother Kenneth, our sister, the little flower, and all Israel that's dealing with any kind of sicknesses out there. Please send a spirit of healing and a speedy recovery on our Akim Wa Akwathian. Please hear our prayer and receive our supplication. We're going to send up the Lord's Prayer, the Mashiach Palau, and the Lashwan Kodash. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shabkat. Yahweh. Malak Wafka. Taba'ah. Ratazaka. Hayah. Aisha. Maharatazah. Ka. Hayah. Mashamayim. Tabanawa. Akam. Hayawam. Wasalaknawa. Hawawaknawa. Wasalaknawa. Wala'ah. Tabiyah now. On the side one. Above. Shina. On right. Kaya. Laka. Amalakwa. Wala Thai Parah. I will love you. Ma'ashem. Mashiach. Yahushai. Tawala. Tunya. Shashuan in English. Matthew 6 and verse 9.
The Lord's Prayer in English, Matthew chapter 6 and verse 9. After this manner, therefore, pray ye, Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. For if ye forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. But if ye forgive not men their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive your trespasses. By Hashem HaMashiach Yahushai, the Water of Yah. Amen.
All right. The Most High hand. The Most High hand. Oh, yeah. All praise be to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Because truly his mercy endure forever. Tune in Friday evening, 8 o'clock, for our Friday class, Shabbat class. Shalom, Israel.